You're watching everything you always wanted to know about Excel, but were afraid to ask. This is Lesson 3, Basic Formatting.
Excel provides a whole bunch of formatting options. Now, we don't have time to go into all of them here, but these tools fall into two categories. There's text formatting tools. That includes font size, font color, underline, bold, italic, all the things you would think of to format your text. And then there's cell formatting. So this is the color, the background color of a cell, the outline and outline color and outline style of a cell, any number formatting that happens in the cell, as well as text alignment. And I include text alignment in cell formatting because it applies to an entire cell rather than specific text within a cell. So let's have a look at how that all works. So a lot of your most basic formatting tools can be found right on the Home tab. You can see that here in the font group on the Home tab, you've got the same sort of controls. If you're familiar with Microsoft Word or any other major word processing program, you should be fairly familiar with most of these font controls. So you can control the font of a cell or a range of cells directly here right on the Home tab. You can just use this drop down to select a font. For example, this one. I don't know why you would choose this one, but you could. And you can set a color for your font. You're also able to apply fonts or font colors to just a portion of the text in a cell by entering cell editing mode and selecting the text that you want to apply to. The same goes for anything that we talk about that's text formatting. So you can apply fonts, colors, sizes, any of this like underline, italics, bold stuff. All of that can be applied to all the text in a cell or just some of the text in a cell. For some more font and text formatting options, you can click this little box here at the bottom of the font group. It just says, it'll pop up this little thing that says font settings. You can click that, and this will open up a format cells dialog box. That gives you some more options if you're more used to working not from the toolbars, but from the dialog boxes. You can do all of your font settings in here. This is also a place where you can get strike-through font, superscript, or subscript. In addition to the text formatting tools here in the Format Cells dialog box, you can also manage the text alignment. And the reason I consider this cell formatting and not text formatting is, again, because it applies to all of the text within a cell, not specific text. So you can change the horizontal alignment to be, this is the normal, general, but you can also select any of these. And you can change the vertical alignment. So you can see, like, when I made the text in this cell really big, all of the text on that same row is aligned to the bottom of the cell. If you wanted that to be aligned to the middle of the cell instead, you could select center or top, whatever you prefer. There's also plenty of cell formatting options right here on the ribbon. You can do most of those alignment things right from the ribbon. As you can see, you've got your vertical alignment here, some of your basic horizontal alignment options, not everything that's in the drop-down within that Format Cells dialog box. So if you want something very specific or a little out of the ordinary, you do have to go into there. You can also indent the text in a cell directly from here. And you can change the text direction of a cell directly from the ribbon. And that can come in handy sometimes if you've got like chart headers and you're trying to keep your columns really narrow. Now I've already done it in this worksheet. I've already gone ahead and edited the number formatting for these cells, but you can set the number formatting directly from the ribbon. Here are a bunch of the most common choices, and there's some more number formatting in that same dialog box that we saw before. And we're going to talk more about number formatting in a future lesson, so I'm not going to go too deep into that right now, beyond just saying that you can make those changes either directly from the ribbon or from the number tab within the Format Cells dialog box. The next thing I want to mention about cell formatting is the cell outline. So I've gone ahead, again, with this example file and outlined all the cells in a full, full outline. There's lines on each side, borders on each side of each cell. And you can see it's a little bit different, right? This is where all the data is here, and I've outlined all of the cells. And over here, there's nothing, and so I've left it blank. These are the default grid lines. So you can do some kind of, again, the most common options are available directly from the ribbon. I'm going to just use this area over here because there's no formatting applied to it, and that'll make it a little easier to see. Now, the most common option, I think the one that I prefer, certainly, is this option right here, all borders, and that just adds all of those lines that you see on my actual table here. But if that's not your style, you can individually choose different options. If you just want the bottom of a selection, or you just want the top border of a selection. And the other one that'll come in handy sometimes is just the outside borders. I don't want any borders on the inside. I just want the outside borders. There you have it. If you need anything a little more outside the ordinary, or you're just not sure what all of these buttons and options do, again, you can always click right into the Format Cells dialog box and select Borders, the Borders tab. And you can play around with different styles of borders here. You can set the color of any border that you want to apply. That'll give you something to play around with a little bit. The final thing I want to talk about is how to clear the formatting. So sometimes you're doing what I just did, you're messing around and you've done a bunch of formatting, you look at it and you go, I don't like this at all. Well, great news, Excel has you covered. So in order to clear all the formatting from a cell or from a range of cells, select the area you want to clear the formatting from, and then still on the Home tab, but all the way over here in the Editing group, this little eraser icon that says Clear and a drop-down menu. Now be careful here, because Clear All is going to clear everything. It's going to clear the data and text as well as the formatting. It's like starting from a new spreadsheet. We don't want to do that in this case. What we just want to do is the second option, which is Clear Formatting. So that's going to get rid of all the formatting, including the stuff that I had done prior to starting this presentation. So you'll see like all the numbers look weird and everything. But that's a pretty good way of just getting us back to normal. So now we can start kind of from a blank slate if we want to, and add back in the things that we liked to make everything look more or less normal again. And now you can see we're kind of back to where we started.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out our next video for an intro to formulas and functions. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on new Excel lessons, tips, tricks, and shortcuts.